Marcus Aurelius coped by not allowing his thoughts to be overrun by negativity. The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it.
Ahora, no sé qué tan cierto sea eso para toda la humanidad, que su vida sea lo que sus pensamientos, los pensamientos que tengan adentro. Porque muchas veces en la vida suceden cosas que la persona no quiere, no tiene control, no ha deseado y no se merece. Pero yo sí sé que la manera como tú lidias con esa situación es lo que va a empeorar o mejorar la situación. I don't know if this applies to everybody, because I know there's sometimes circumstances and things happen to people who do not want it, who do not deserve it, you know. But the only thing I know is the way they deal with that situation will either make it better or make it worse. Yo me he dado cuenta que la vida de nosotros, nuestra infancia, nos afecta bastante, cómo nos criaron, cómo nos trataron y por las circunstancias que nosotros pasamos. I have noticed that things that happened to us when we were children affect us for life. Affect us for life. It's in our life, you know. It doesn't matter how long ago it was. You still circumstances can still bring you back to that situation, to that place in time. Puede pasar cosas en la vida que te traen esa situación. Y yo me di cuenta que eso me pasó a mí con esta empleada, esta coworker, no empleada, sino compañera de trabajo, pues sí, así es la palabra, compañera de trabajo. I know that's what happened to me with this coworker. The situation that I was with her brought me back to 1972, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, and 78, when I was under the care of my parents and they were training me. They were making me practice every day what to say at school if anybody asked me about the bruises. Me recordó en los tiempos en que yo estaba en el 72, 74, 75, 76, hasta el 78, donde a mí me estaban enseñando, entrenándome a practicar qué era lo que yo tenía que decir si en la escuela me preguntaban por los golpes, por las cicatrices. Esa situación era una situación de insidiosa, una situación negativa, tóxica, donde el secreto estaba rodeándome, me tapaba, me ocultaba y nadie sabía lo que estaba pasando en casa, solamente yo y algunas otras personas que no hacían nada. That situation, my coworker reminded me of that time when they were training me and I couldn't say anything because I was trained not to say anything about the beating and the abuse at home. And that was a toxic situation. It was very toxic because I felt abandoned. I felt that I was like someone unique alone in the world where this was happening at home. A few people knew about it. They didn't say anything about it. They didn't do anything about it. But the rest of the world, my teachers, my principal, they didn't know anything about it. So I got freed because I spoke up. Yo me liberé porque yo hablé. Claro, tuve una persona que me empujara, Carmela, una señora cubana que me cuidaba y me empujó a decir la verdad. I had someone to push me. Carmela was the nanny, the caretaker. She was not a nanny, she was a caretaker. You know, my mom, dad worked, so they left me with her. And after school, she would take care of me. She pushed me to say the truth because she knew what was going on. She lived in the same building. She was the super. So once I spoke up and I was taken out of the situation and then put back in that situation, don't get me wrong, but I still managed to get out of it because I took advantage of the circumstances around me that propagated, that promoted, that helped me be in another place, leave New York, leave my parents, move to Dominican Republic because of the circumstances that presented itself. I asked for it. I got out of it. Yo pedí para eso, yo me aproveché de la circunstancia que había a mi alrededor, porque me cansé de rezar. nada estaba pasando mientras rezaba. Fue cuando tomé control y comencé a escribir y a pedir ayuda. Y las circunstancias en las que estaba se prestaron a que yo me fuera de Nueva York y me fuera a vivir a República Dominicana. And even though that was only my first 10 years of life, that has impacted me to the point that when I was dealing with this woman and I knew I was the only one dealing with her anger, I was like, nah, I got to get out of here. Because there were people that knew about it. Again, I'm an adult, so I can speak up. So I did approach her and tell her this need to stop. She didn't stop. She continued. I went to the people who were supervising us and I told them they didn't do anything because they didn't see it. And they said I just had to handle it. I was not going to be in that situation when I had to work tight. So that's why I left. Yo no me iba a quedar en esa situación cuando tenía que trabajar junto con ella diario. Y cuando le dije para, no paró porque yo soy un adulto. Yo voy a enfrentar a la persona. No tengo miedo. I'm not afraid. Because I had been 10 years of fears and I learned that I had to get out of it on my own. Yo pasé 10 años de mucho miedo y aprendí que era yo la que tenía que sacarme esa situación. Pues claro que le voy a hablar, pero eso no funcionó. Entonces le hablé a los que nos estaban supervisando. Ellos no lo veían, ellos decían que yo tenía que lidiar con eso y yo no iba a estar lidiando con eso todos los días, un pleito, cada vez que llegáramos, algo, porque algo va a pasar mal, algo no va a funcionar. Y una persona así lo que hace es atacar. Una persona como ella resuelve los problemas peleando, atacando, gritando. Es como cuando se te ponche una goma de un carro, una llanta de un carro. ¿Qué hace? Te pones a patearle a la llanta, te pones a gritarle a todo el mundo, te pones a rabiar o llamas y pides ayuda o simplemente la cambias. Eso es una persona que va a gritar y va a patalear. Y yo no quiero lidiar con una persona así. Pero a lo mejor otra persona podría, si ellos no han pasado por lo que yo pasé cuando chiquita. Another person might have been able to put up with her and will put up with her because they didn't go through the same thing I went through when I was, from 0 to 10. But no, people asked of life for money. People ask of life love. The only thing I ask of life is peace. Get away from me. Anybody full of anger, neurosis, and toxicity. All I want is peace. Yo lo único que quiero es paz. Así que hay gente que le pide a la vida dinero. Hay gente que le pide a la vida amor. Yo solamente le pido paz, paz mental. Aleja de mi vida a cualquier persona con toxicidad, con negatividad, con enojo y neurosis. Because I already experienced that when I was 10 years old and I never want to go through that again. Porque yo lo experimenté cuando tenía 10 años y yo no quiero volver a pasar por eso.
Smoke weed every day.